Welcome back to the channel. I have a quick one today, at least I hope, because I don't really have a lot of time. Got to get the kids ready for bed soon. So recently I made this cutting board, and you won't see a video for it as of today. You won't see a video for this cutting board on my channel because I did not film making it. I'm pretty proud of it. But my dad was in town and I don't get to see him a lot. We made this together, and just spending the time with him making it was way more important to me than filming it. So I do have enough left over to make another one, so hopefully I can film that. Now, anyway, back on subject. I want to put a juice groove in this cutting board. I think it'll make it a lot more functional. So what I need to do is I need to rig up some sort of jig for my new little trim router. I think that's what it is. This right here. I'm very excited about this. Thanks, Dad. So I did use this with the 45 chamfer. I used it to cut the chamfers in this board. This is made out of maple, is the darker stuff, and aspen is the lighter stuff. Now, I know you're only supposed to use certain types of woods for cutting boards. I don't really know what they all are. I know maple is a good one, and I know of some other ones. Oh, great, I got glue on here already. Real nice. But I'm not sure if aspen is good or not. I kind of Googled it for half a second and they said, sure. So I just went with it. I'll let you know if it gets bad, I guess. Choose your wood at your own expense. So I need to create a jig for this that's going to allow me to use this router to cut out a juice groove. So my idea is, I've seen some pictures online of different types of them. It's just a few boards with a vertical, and I'll just run it around, and then I'll have a juice groove. As easy as that. So I'm gonna take some measurements and figure out, exactly what I'm gonna use, because I don't really have a plan. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll start cutting stuff. So the bit I'm choosing here is one out of this set I got off of the floor in the back of somebody's garage a few years ago. I think they don't really look very used, they're just dirty. So it's this round one here. It says core box, 1/4 inch core box. Ow, that's sharp. I think it got me. So this is what that looks like. Camera's definitely not focusing. Probably not. Let's try that. I've seen people do that. Does that work? I don't know. So it's round and kind of small. That's what I'm going to use to cut my juice groove. That's pretty much barely doing anything. We'll call this our scratch pass, which is kind of a reference to machining, which I've been around a little bit of machining. I'm not a machinist at all. I can turn a cylinder on a lathe, so if that tells you anything. I wonder what that's for. So I want this to be, yeah, probably that far, which is I just make it 3/4 of an inch. It'll be just fine. Okay, so what I've done is I've just lined this bit up with about where I want the juice groove, and then I measured from the edge of the cutting board to the edge of the router, and it's 3/4 of an inch for me. So I'm going to build a jig that's got 3/4 inch wide strips and then a wall, a vertical wall that this will rest up against as I go through. So I'm going to get some stuff cut, come back, and then we'll rip this thing and be done. This is going so well so far. I'm enjoying this. What did I say? 3/4? Inch and an eighth? 12. That, okay, table saw. 3/4 of an inch. Well, and I have a lot of stuff that's 3/4 of an inch, don't I? Actually, these right here. Let's use the aspen. So actually, I have some of these. They should be. These are strips cut from this. We were testing out some different finishing. This way? Yep. That's 0.75. Yeah. Look at that. So we've got these already. And then so this one is supposed to be flush there. Okay. Now, oh, I got some of them turned different ways. This should be, yeah, the cut end up. I'm gonna have to mark that. Otherwise, I will almost absolutely guarantee that I will assemble it wrong. Okay, just need some plywood. Got tons of that. Lots of free plywood actually, which is pretty cool. Here's some 3/8. This stuff is junk and would be perfect. Zoop dee da boop bop. All right, let's get this bad boy plugged in. Oh, something fell. Okay. Don't need this, but let's set it back to 0, which is actually pretty close. By the way, I put some finishing paste wax, I think it's Minwax brand, on this saw, and I haven't used it yet, but it feels so much better. I mean, yes, that's what we want. Okay. Just breaking through a little. I heard somebody say that you should go more than a little. I don't know. How tall do I want them? Measuring 3.5. Split the difference. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll just tappity tap tap. Usually I like to tighten it, loosen it, and then tighten it again. I don't know why that. Wow. What are the chances? This is about 16 and a half. 16 and a quarter. I didn't plan that out. It just is what it is. Okay. Which one are we going to use? I think we need this one. I'm trying to use my actual safety deals. I'm sure some of you have seen, but I got some kickback and I got hit with a board in my side, and it was, I mean, it happened. Okay, you can watch it, but like maybe I should do a little bit better. Oh no, my headphones. I think they're inside. My ears are just gonna have to deal with it. And look at it, that's perfect there. Okay. Don't do as I do. It's not a good idea. Okay, 3.5. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Push block, holding, pushing, turning on. I have an outfeed table now, kind of. Okay, are we good? Are we good? I think that's it. Okay, let's go. Okay. Another safety tip, I have small children, so I always put that blade right back down where it came from. Try to. I don't always do it. Sometimes I do it. That's the first time I've done it, but I'm gonna start now. Okay, I have my 3/4 inch wide spacers, and then I have my wall. I will fasten the two of these together, and then when I run this, when I run this, it will guide me. Okay, so we just need to fasten these. I have 50 pounds of pressure in my air compressor. And I don't want to pump it up because it's loud. Let's see if I can get a little, oh, I got big long ones in here though. You don't want, that's too long. Things would happen. I do have these. They're only 1 inch. Should be fine. Okay. Just gonna split the difference here on the, should I glue this together? Probably. Oh yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty of juice here. Yeah? I think. I don't know. Which way? I said I was going to mark them, and then guess what? I didn't do that. Okay, once again, split the difference. Now they're, what are they, black and orange? See that? I just put a tool away when I was done with it. That's how cool I am. It's hot in here. Okay, this, I mean, technically should be enough, right? Doesn't matter about the, so we just gotta keep the, okay. Okay, now I am just going to straight fasten this directly to my table here. I'm not that worried about it. I can replace this top if I need to. I think I might actually put another layer on top of this. But anyway, different thing. Focus. Could I brad nail this to the table? Okay, we see, that's why you don't put tools away like that. See, that's why you don't put tools away. I need it again. If this works, I am all for it. Oh, wait a minute. I did it. See, you're yelling at me. I did all of them the wrong way, didn't I? Yeah, but now these are, oh, and it's nailed in. That was a good idea. Oh, why didn't you stop me? Oh yeah, that's way too far. Okay. See, this is why and look at that. It's barely on there. Remember, I said I'm gonna have to mark that. Otherwise, I will almost absolutely guarantee that I will assemble it wrong. Okay, let's figure that out. First, let's get these out. I think that's a good idea. For those of you keeping track, jig 1, me 0. I went through and re-nailed these the correct way, and then I got it in here. It's pretty snug. It has like, I mean, just a hair, a fraction of a wiggle, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. I've only got a little bit of video left, so now I'm going to try to make sure to rotate this the correct way because it matters. So just pay attention to that. You got to go, you want the bit to be spinning, pulling it the right directions. Mine spins clockwise, so it's cutting. So I need to go clockwise. Okay, let's make a mess. Okay, a few more passes. Whoa. Okay. I should have done that in 2 more passes, but I didn't. Thing. That's there we go. I mean, it's a juice groove. It's almost perfectly straight. That's where I was. That's where I was getting in. Okay. Now we just got to clean that up. Okay, my camera stopped recording at some point. Hopefully, we have a decent amount of footage there. Here's an update of where we're at. So, I was running into issues with these pieces down here. I didn't even think about it, but they were slightly taller than this cutting board. So my router fence was running into them. And then I was trying to like pick it up onto there because it was only a little bit. And as you can see, it's created a lot of burn marks. And also it's actually a little wavy right there where I was, trying to pick it up and move it. So I got the area cleaned up. I kind of thought about this for a little bit. And what I did is I actually ended up sanding these down. So now they are lower. This won't hit. I'm going to raise my bit just a tickle here so we can go a little deeper. I'm not going to get any wider because it's already at its widest point, but so just a little deeper, and I am going to make a quick pass to hopefully clean some of that up. So also, I'm going to try this where I lean down into it. I can say that is much better. Still a little bit of burn on the corner. There's a little burn here from the first time I was trying to get it down in there. It was not the right way. Leaning it in was way better. This looks much nicer. I'm going to get this out, start sanding, getting it cleaned up a little bit. Just pull that off. It slides right out. I left these here and I was able to just slide it back in, put this back and run it again. Okay. Okay, what I tried earlier, which I showed you, but my camera stopped recording. I've got a little block here that I just took a pencil, broke the end off of a pencil, brad nailed it to this board, and then super glued a piece of sandpaper to it to get down in this groove. And I don't know, it works okay, but honestly, not as good as just putting my finger in here and doing it by hand. And honestly, this is 220. I'm gonna get some 120. That gets hot, temperature-wise. And why do I always hold on to everything by hand? Just put a clamp on it. Okay, that juice groove is pretty deep, if I'm being honest. All right, that's it. I told you it would be quick. Would have been quicker, you know, had I not messed almost everything up that I tried. But I have a juice groove. It is not perfect. There are some improvements I could make, and I know exactly where to look and what to do for improvements, but this one's for me. So, which, by the way, I recommend don't try to just get into woodworking to start selling. I know it seems right to try and sell stuff to pay for tools and materials for other projects, but I don't know. I like to learn something really well before I sell it to people. You know what I mean? So that kind of helps keep quality up as well. You know what I mean? So once again, not perfect. It's okay. It'll work for me, but that's the basic idea of the jig. So I just need to finish this. I have a little bit more sanding to do in the corners for the burns here, but I'll do that a little later. And then I do have this cutting board oil that I had already finished it with once, but now that I've cut this and sanded it, I'll refinish the whole thing again. Probably go over it with 220 one more time. And that's it. Then I can finally use this cutting board. I am excited. It looks really good. I am very pleased. So anyway, until next time, leave me some comments. What should I work on? There's probably some jigs that I should be using already, you know. Let me know, how do you do this? Other things, you know what I mean. Hit it in the thing. Okay, all right. I gotta pick up and go inside because my time out here is done. So, all right.